All right, there we go. Now I'm joined tonight by Jonathan and Jayne. How are you guys doing tonight?
Right.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm actually glad that we're doing this. We were just chatting a moment ago about how long it's been. So it's been about 5 or 6 weeks. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far, just for the record. I'll put that out there. But yeah, I guess obviously what I'm trying to do is just share people's journey. Like obviously we've got many, many, many weeks to go. But I guess the first question I kind of want to get out of you guys is I want to understand what life kind of looked like before we actually started working together.
Chaotic
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And I think we were very stressed about things that kept cropping up that we thought weren't in our control.
Sure.
It turns out they kind of are in our control. So yeah, it was a lot different already.
Yeah, that's good. What about for you, Jonathan?
Like pretty much the same. Like we're just like living paycheck to paycheck pretty much. Like just we would try to save things, but then things would come up and that sort of roll of effect thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this deal came up. Oh, let's get this. And then, that's kind of
Yeah.
how it usually go.
Sure. Well, I guess so was there a particular moment that you can remember that kind of, I guess that made you kind of reach out, or was it just the realization of what you were living?
I think there was a few things that maybe came together in a
Yeah.
bit of a perfect storm. Like
Yeah.
I found out late last year that I have ADHD, and it was a realization that even though I really tried to budget and we really tried to be good with money,
Yeah.
there are some things we can't help. And that combined with we had an unexpected house move when
Sure.
we're currently renting, and the house got sold and they wanted to move in, and we had money saved that we were trying to save for a house to buy, and all of a sudden we had to spend majority of it, if not all of it, on moving to another rental just around the corner, and
Sure.
really stressful and hectic. And we both just kind of went, we should not be paid to pay with hardly any savings if something like this goes wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was for me.
Yeah, it was. And just not like we had these goal of things that we wanted to achieve, and then we're just like, how do we get to that? Like it just seems impossible because we keep like some things just keep coming up that we was just draining money from us, whether it be something we needed for the house or other things. So it was just kind of a snowball effect.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously you do have those kind of defining moments where you think, enough is enough and things have to change. And so, yeah, I guess obviously it's been 5 to 6 weeks like we were talking about before. What are some of the wins that you guys have experienced so far?
I feel like I'm talking first all the time, but that's because I talk all the time. I would say this will sound really weird, but we had an unexpected death in the family, or it was semi-expected, but for a very short period.
Yeah.
And I forgot life happened in that period. So we forgot to pay rent. And it's such I would never normally forget that. We would normally be so on top of it. But because we've been doing this program, we had money in a buffer set aside for if anything like this happened. And normally I would get so weighed down by having done something so silly and not functioning well. And I did have a little minor day of a setback, but then really quickly went, that's what this buffer's for. And that's what we've talked about. And we've had you coaching us through, this is a setback that happens in life. And we got through it and we've recovered it. And we actually have done really well in that period, even though that happened. So I think it's a win that we've got the buffer there and that we feel a little bit more safety than we had before.
Yeah, for sure. What about for you, Jonathan?
I wouldn't know if it's attached to money, but it's more like little things like, for example, we don't usually leave with like a dirty kitchen or anything like that, but sometimes we might leave a couple dishes or something here or there. But now, like every night, we make sure like the kitchen's clean and stuff like every night. So like when we get up in the morning, like it's it's a kind of that there's just little things, like that, or doing our morning mindset and things like that. Like
It's taken a weight off where we
yeah,
were stressed about money and
the
overwhelmed.
house is dirty or whatever. But now,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now we can put that energy into those other things that help make life better.
yeah. It doesn't seem
Yeah.
like a win, but for us, it is like little wins,
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, they add up into big things. Absolutely. So I guess, like on a bit more of a personal note too for you, Jayne. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, but I guess with the diagnosis of the ADHD and that neurodivergency, how do you feel like that's kind of played into our journey together?
I mean, I've had to learn a lot really quickly about what it means, especially in older women and getting diagnosed with it.
Yeah, sure.
What I've learned is that all of these ingrained behaviors and reactions and emotions and things that I've had throughout my whole life weren't conscious. And this program has really helped me bring some of those to consciousness.
Yeah.
I had already understood things like I struggled with impulsive spending. I mean, we all did through the pandemic, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But maybe mine was a little bit more impulsive, a little bit more reactive to emotions. And
Sure.
this program has definitely helped me to stop and take a breath and think about whether we're spending something because we really genuinely need it, or whether it's filling a need that we could find elsewhere or in a much more money.
And we're also having discussions too, like even every Sunday we'll talk about like, this is what we have to spend this week, or this is what's coming up this week, or this or that.
Yeah.
And we're actually talking more and getting dialogue going, and actually, I'm following it too, because when it comes to numbers, I'm not the greatest. So like it's shown to me like, okay, this is what it is. I get it.
But that would also be a huge shame point for me, which
Sure.
I realized was all ADHD related as well.
Yeah.
But now that we're communicating about it, it's not all on me. And I don't feel overwhelm and pressure all the time to make the budget work.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's more about us as a couple
working together, and
Yeah. Look, I'd say that's a massive thing too, and the fact that we're getting into those regular habits that are going to feed into that as well. As far as working together, I think you guys have come like a really long way. I think it's been fantastic. All right, so this is obviously we talked a little bit about kind of how things have changed for you guys already. What would you like? What were some of the things that you've enjoyed the most about working with me?
I like watching you two be really nerdy together.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair. I'll pay that one.
But I also like that we have someone to be accountable to who doesn't make us feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I need that. And I'm already afraid what will happen. No, I'm not, because it's going to set us up for success.
Yeah.
It's nice to talk it through with someone who kind of guides us and helps us.
Like doesn't put you down for like, make you feel shame or anything like that. Like, oh, you should be doing this. Like family members and stuff would be like, oh, why don't you just buy a house already? It's like, oh, well, yeah, that's a great idea. Things like that. But it's been good for both of us. So with me, also getting, strategies and how, best support Jayne as well, and like be able to communicate and, talk, and having a good strategy, I think is I don't know if we had a strategy.
Our strategy was a spreadsheet on an Excel document, and you've helped us realize that's not a strategy.
It might feel like it when you're putting it together.
We don't know anything else.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's more about mindset than it is money. So that's really what we needed.
Yeah,
no, it's really, really good. All right.
As well too for the future and stuff. So
yeah, that's good. I think you guys have done incredibly well, and I've definitely enjoyed working with you guys. But like we said, many, many more weeks to come. Like we said, only 5-6 weeks in, so we've still got months up our sleeve. So that's really good. But obviously, I guess, is there anything that you'd kind of say to anyone who's thinking about joining the program?
I would just say anyone should do it, because it's not, like I think I said before, it's not about budgeting on a spreadsheet, because that really doesn't address any actual issues.
It goes deeper than that.
It goes so much deeper to help you understand yourself and your relationship with money. And that is something that I've never considered before. So it's really eye-opening for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. What about you, Jonathan? You just agree with Jayne? That's like what she said, right?
No, but I
He
think
always does. Wife is right.
that is right. No, but I think, you know, going into it, like I wouldn't say like, you know, not the smartest guy in the world, but like I do get, you know, I do understand, you know, if something's, when it comes to money, like like before me and Jayne met, like I just knew that I had bills, you know, like in credit card and all that sort of stuff, and you know, I had to pay this and that, but I would never got on top of things, and because I didn't have a strategy, I just had like a sort of one narrow view of doing things, and this has definitely helped, you know, on some, like every morning I wake up, I get up pretty early, and you know, do the morning mindset thing and have my coffee, and you know, my routine and all that sort of stuff. So those little things are definitely snowballing into, you know, long, you know, term changes for us. And
I think that in itself shows that the program's good for any type of person. So good at routine and so good at making sure these things are embedded, and I am so bad at it. And yet the program still works for us both.
Yeah.
And helps us communicate. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Another welcome visitor. Yeah, look, I think you guys have definitely covered a lot of the big changes that we've seen, and I have really enjoyed, you know, seeing that in you guys as well. And it's been kind of very interesting to kind of see how it's all worked out. But I definitely think you guys are doing incredibly well. So again, got months left. I'm looking forward to it, and who knows, maybe you'll get another chance to share again in the coming months as well. But yeah, thanks for hopping on. I really appreciate it, and you know, hopefully the guys in the group enjoy this as well. So yeah,
thanks for having us.
no, it's good, guys. All right, well, I'll talk to you both really soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
No, bye.